Hi and welcome to the New Leaf Wellness Podcast. My name's KP.
And I'm Air. สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee Krap. Podcast number 12.
Number 12.
Yeah, here we go. And this is going to be a fun one too.
Yes.
The top 5 detox myths.
Yes.
I can think of a few more.
Yes.
But these are the ones that we've been asked over the last, say, 15 years, or
Yes.
people have sort of sent us questions, and mostly they've been interested in.
Yes.
So let's just run through them firstly. So myth number 1.
Detox is for hippies and yogis, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, they did appropriate it a long time ago, and that's partly true, but we can talk about that too. Number 2.
Too challenging with no solid food.
Well, that's understandable. Yeah, anyone who likes their food, like me, will relate to that for sure. Okay, we'll address that. Number 3.
I must struggle and suffer through it.
Number 4.
Full fasting work best.
Number 5.
No need to detox. Body are perfect.
Yeah, the body's perfect. No need to detox. Doctors, the medical institutions will tell you, no need, it's okay, your body will do its thing. So we're going to address that too.
Yes.
Let's get straight into it. Myth number 1.
Detox is for hippies and yogis.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at detoxing, fasting, purging, cleansing, it's been around for a very long time, centuries and centuries. And in the Muslim community, they do Ramadan each year, which is kind of, you would call more of a intermittent fasting, right? So
That's
they
right,
fast
yeah.
during the day, and then in the evening they have a meal.
Yes.
In the 60s, the hippies appropriated the yoga culture, and part of yoga is fasting and cleansing.
Yeah, that's right. With even myself, when it started, I want to be a modern day person who just can be everyday people.
Right.
You don't have to dress in fisherman pants and no shirt and no shoes and, you know, with all the hippie looks to do this kind of fasting.
You
be
can.
anyone.
You can if you want to.
But people just think that the idea of that is
Right.
that, right? But
Yeah.
it's just for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a lot of benefits. So the detox are for everyone, not just limited to the group of people.
It was in maybe the late 70s, early 80s, when the health benefits of fasting for pretty much everyone.
Exactly.
And they introduced it years ago too when people, quite obese people, were having a medical procedure. They put them onto a sort of an intermittent fasting diet, unbeknownst really. They just wanted to lose the weight before the surgery.
Now it's been proved now that fasting is great for the brain. It's great for the body. You know, scientifically proved it.
There's a little bit of confusion around the word detox, cleansing, fasting, and it's different in different parts of the world, right?
We just talk about body detox, right?
Right.
Fasting help body detox.
Detox in possibly the United States and a few other countries means substance abuse detox. When you can do that too, but we're not really set up for that.
That's right.
A drug and alcohol or substance detox, their body experiences this as some pretty severe
We can
trauma.
talk about like detox fasting at the health resort.
Right.
Then people want to come to get back on track, lose some weight,
Yeah.
you know, get fit and get healthier again.
Is it getting more popular?
I would think so because a lot of people, you know, use the detox and fasting for weight loss purposes.
Only?
Yeah, but you know, along the journey, most of them discover there are a lot more than what they think.
Right.
They can't just like, I want to lose weight. But along the way, they realize that they learn more, they know more. They just think, okay, it's all about nutrition. It's all about drinking more water. It's all about eat the right food. It's not about starving. And they get more energy. They feel better about themselves, the clarity, mental clarity and everything. So they understand more the definition of detoxification. When they just came for weight loss and now what they get, the knowledge they earn during the process, they learn a lot more.
Myth number 2, detox, cleansing, purging, fasting is too difficult
Because no solid
with
food.
no solid food. And that's an understandable fear, really.
Exactly. So that's why it is the right place that not starve you, right? What happened? Most places they just don't give you enough, right? And we in the proper place where the sign need nutrition. When you have to eat to lose weight,
Right.
and you have to eat to detox. I understand people come from the real world, eat real food 3 times a day, plus snack and coffees and everything in between along the day. And I think, oh my God, come from that to nothing. If no way I can do it, right? But if you into a proper place where they manage your hunger with natural supplement, and you actually get a natural fuel, like a proper smoothie and soup,
Right.
it's a big difference.
Because that was my next question. There is some challenges with drinking the calories and not being able to measure them properly, right?
Yes.
You can actually drink more calories than you eat, and thinking that
Exactly.
you're on a fasting type of diet,
Yes.
when in actual fact you're actually putting in more calories. So that's kind of what we're talking about. A lot of these mixes and meal substitute things can have a lot of calories, right?
Yeah, exactly. So when you do in a proper place where everything been designed for throughout the day with treatments, activities, and nutrition throughout the day, you don't even have time to think about hunger, and the supplement that's manage your hunger, you don't even feel hungry. And you do activity, pretty much throughout the day to keep you busy, along with the massage and cleansing. So your day is quite, pretty busy and fun as well.
You don't feel hungry,
You don't really feel
but you
hungry.
can sort of
Yeah, that the craving
think about-
might come back to you
Okay.
on day 3 and 4 when the body's at like used to certain things, so the body can ask for it, and eventually it will pass, right? If you keep, do what you do, drink water, the feeling, the craving for example, the main thing would be coffee, sugar. This feeling will pass in a matter of days. A lot of time when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty as well.
Oh, you
If
mentioned
don't
that
drink
before,
enough
yeah.
water,
Right.
and you have to differentiate between craving and hunger too.
Yeah.
And other things.
That's something I learned really early on in the piece, when I actually thought I was hungry, but I wasn't actually. I was actually just craving, just having a little craving or a thought, or I'd smell something, and then I'd be like, oh, am I hungry? And then I'd have something to drink, and 30 seconds later I was fine.
Exactly. It's all about change the energy. When those feelings never last. It will last you a matter of minutes, right? If you change the energy, you drink a glass of water, a cup of hot tea, go for a walk, change the energy.
Right.
The feeling will change.
Myth number
3.
the struggle is real.
Yeah.
I have to struggle through it. I have to suffer. And it's just not true, right?
It's not true. Now I think with technology, with knowledge, with science, we know more now than in the 60s and 70s. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to suffer through it. Many of people have sent a request or share with us that they have to go to a place where they said, okay, you stop all the social media, no internet, because you're not just detox your body, you detox your mind as well. For us, I think detox your mind should be among the nature. Go for a walk on the beach, because Mother Nature heals us all.
Change
right?
the environment.
Change the environment where you can breathe the oxygen. Walk on the sand, walk on the beach, walk on grass. Not about, okay, sleep in a hot bed, no hot shower, no TV, no internet. You just like sit there and count your finger, stare at the ceiling, count for the time to pass.
When I was going through my first detox, I got really quite negative. I was grumpy, and I knew it was the food, but I kind of infected some of the other guests, and they picked up on it. And negativity can be such a powerful energy.
Exactly.
But you can move through that. And what you reminded me of was to remember why you're here.
Exactly.
Remember why you were detoxing. I've spent all this money. I've come to this detox resort. I'm fighting against it, which was the crazy thing about it.
But we underestimate of the food. We underestimate of the withdrawal from the food.
Oh, yeah.
Because we think, it's just like giving up food is nothing. It's just a matter of days.
Yeah.
But food is such a powerful thing.
And also, I wasn't feeling really good about myself.
Yeah.
My self-esteem was quite low because I was chunky and I just wasn't myself. And my perception of myself and the actual presentation of myself didn't match up like it used to.
Yeah.
And that was a real problem for me. You
Yes,
know?
and I heard that exactly. People have to struggle and suffer through it. But for me, for us, I think giving up food alone already challenging enough for people, for most people. So therefore, they don't have to struggle more than they should. They should be able to sleep on a nice and comfortable bed. They should have a hot water system when they want to relax. They should have the fast internet where they can stream the TV. They can watch their favorite series, you know, and they have a beautiful spa where they can get massage every day, not have in the on the beach where sometimes it's nice, but when you're hot and bothered, sometimes it's nice and have an air conditioning place and
herbal steam room,
steam bath,
infrared
infrared
saunas,
sauna and
all that.
everything.
Nice, yeah.
And they have laundry done for you
Yeah.
and everything, things like that. All this, the comfort will get you through the detox a lot easier before you even know it.
But there are some benefits to giving up the internet for a while, giving up
Of course,
social media can just be
Yes, because you give it up already throughout the day by you do, for example, an activity like you go out for morning walks.
So you're busy, right?
You're busy.
Yeah.
Aerobic, doing the massage and color man thing. You already give up most day already. But then talk about in the break or in the at the night during the downtime.
Yeah.
You just surfing the internet every now and then. It's fine, but throughout the day you're quite busy already.
And myth number 4, full fasting works best. And explain what your version of full fasting is.
So full fasting, I heard this recently again. Summer resort give too much, because you give smoothie and actual soup. We want the full fasting. And what full fasting means? Either water fasting.
Just nothing,
Just
right?
nothing, just water. Or someone is actually use it in a lot of places, watered down juices.
Okay.
And actually come out and say that and without find that a little bit.
That sounds like a way of them cutting costs and making more money or
It's
something.
like, I just find it hard to believe someone actually say that, the watered down juices. If you want to drink juice, maybe you just have a smaller glass of juice.
Pure juice.
Yeah, pure juice.
Yeah.
And you'd follow by drinking a lot of water. Rather than just watered down juices and actual clear broth, soup for dinner. And they say, oh, it's going to make you feel great.
There's been a few trends over the years like coconut water fasts,
Yes.
cucumber, that was another one that came just fairly recently.
It's true that you could feel good after a week of doing this.
Sure.
But you stress the body.
Yeah.
Stress to the body too much. You put the body on survival mode. Where is it like, okay, I'm going to have to try to kickstart it. Going to have to try to feel better. Or I might injure myself or get sick or die even because it's too dangerous. Right? You don't want to put your body in that survival mode unless you really, really have to. When you're in coma or when you're really, really sick. So
And that's where muscle depletion happens too, right? The body
exactly, because you don't give your body enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to eat to lose weight. And when you detox, this a lot of people don't understand. When you detox, it doesn't mean the body doesn't need nutrient. The body needs nutrient more than ever. But in terms of in the liquid form, so body don't have to try to digest or try to break down it as much. So you can focus to do the healing from the inside and do the maintenance.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yes, so I don't really recommend, water fast or watered down juice fast. You're going to do a fast, you want to do it properly, where we have a nutrient dense, but in terms of like distribute throughout the day.
Last myth we want to talk about is myth number 5. A lot of the medical fraternity and many people actually,
And the expert.
they say there's no need to detox. The body's a perfect instrument. It will let go of what it needs to let go of when it needs to let go of. And that is true.
It's true, yeah. And then the expert and might say that juicing is dangerous.
Right.
And again, it is true in some form.
Yeah.
Because if you just have the juice alone with nothing else, you will lack of nutrient. Again, we talk about when you detox in the proper place, it's not just about giving you juices. You still not just need only vitamin and mineral. The body still need the other 3, which is protein, carbohydrate, and fat, a good fat. So the proper place should give you a good fat balance like coconut oil or flaxseed, that kind of thing, right? Good carb come from sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and things like that. Protein can come from plant-based protein powder, or it's some in spirulina, and some a lot are in the seeds or in vegetable.
And it's environmental too. I mean, they talk about the body being able to let go itself. But if you're consuming
Non-stop.
breathing bad air and drinking not so good water and
Exactly.
the food today, I mean, some of the food is so heavily processed, the body doesn't even recognize it
Exactly.
as being food, right?
It's a chemical that's so exaggerate in the food we eat nowadays.
And the body doesn't know what to do with it.
The body don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And you drink and eat throughout the day. You don't even give the body a break or rest to do the job. They just overwhelmed all the time by the amount of work that they have to do on the daily basis.
Today we're talking about the 5 top detox fasting cleansing myths. And they are, number 1, detox is for hippies, vegans, yogis.
And number 2, too challenging with no solid food.
Yeah, number 3 is you have to struggle. I must struggle and suffer through the whole thing.
Number 4, full fasting works best.
And the 5th myth is there's no need to detox, that the body is the perfect instrument and can do it all by itself, which, you know, like we just touched on, is true in the perfect world, and we do not live in a perfect world.
Exactly. I think even people that like skeptical, you know, after listening to this, just think like this, that you don't even have to believe in benefit yet. But if you believe it, that by doing it properly, you know, you have juice, smoothie, soup, along with supplement throughout the day, it doesn't do any harm to the body.
Well, that's right. You're not going to get harmed, that's
Exactly.
for sure. Yeah.
You do a proper reset with nutrition, give your body a break, not just from food, you know, from the
Everything.
environment
Really.
that you live.
True.
It's like healthy holiday, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned that
Yeah.
before too. And you stay away from maybe your environment where it could be negative or you be so stressful. Everybody need a break every now and then.
And when you come to a detox place, remember why you're there, which we touched on before. You're there for positive results.
That's right.
You get a little negative, talk to some staff or talk to someone else and try and change the energy around
when you detox, sometimes it not bring out the best out
Oh,
of you,
of course,
right? Because the
yeah.
body go to withdraw.
Yeah.
And some people might not cope very well.
Yeah.
And you,
Like me.
you during your detox process,
Yeah.
you are vulnerable,
Sure.
right? And you can just be subject to this negativity.
Influenced by others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you wake
Yeah.
up and like, okay, oh, that must be true, because you don't feel good by yourself. So just recap and refocus while you're there. So when you do a detox at the Detox Health Resort, right? This is like therapeutic community where everyone sit and talk about their issue and their problem. And most of the time it's a good thing because you realize that you're not the only one with issues and problems. Everyone have it. Everyone come with baggage. Some smaller, some bigger, but we all come with baggage. But that you put your mind in perspective. You step back and you see a big picture like, oh my God, your problem, not the biggest problem afterwards.
Yeah, but the therapeutic process is the little things can become big, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's
You
kind of what
emphasize and everything can be bigger. Because let's face it, when you're doing detox, we remove comfort from you. And that comfort is food, right?
Yeah.
So when you remove that from you, you're going to feel everything that you used to disguise with food. When you feel upset, angry, stressed, and anything we eat. And now we remove that from you. You're going to feel it. And that's a good thing. Because when you feel like that during the time at the detox resort, you learn, okay, I feel like this. I don't have to take out on food. I feel like this is all about changing energy.
Right. Can be a challenge,
Can be a challenge,
but worth it.
but it's worth it. Change is hard, right? But if you want it hard enough,
Changing
it
all
will
the
it will happen for you,
Yeah.
especially in an environment that supports you.
That's good information. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to subscribe to our podcast, we're on Apple, Spotify, Google,
YouTube.
all the podcast platforms. You can find us at New Leaf Wellness Podcast. And thanks a lot again. It's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Bye-bye.